Who's starting, who's hurt, and who's on the move. NFL news is non-stop, and we're breaking it all down week by week this season. Here's the latest on what's happening around the league entering Week 2. Saints-Patriots make a trade. New England is sending wide receiver Jalen Polk and a 2028 7th-round pick to New Orleans for a 2027 6th-round pick, according to NFL media. The Patriots selected Polk with the number 37 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. In his rookie season, 2024, Polk totaled 12 receptions for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. Polk is on season-ending injured reserve with a shoulder injury. RB Austin Ekeler's season is over. Washington's starting running back season is over after Ekeler ruptured his Achilles in the team's Week 2 loss to the Packers, according to NFL media. Ekeler is in his second season with the franchise. Jets star CB Sauce Gardner will play in Week 2. Gardner will play in the Jets' Week 2 home tilt against the Bills despite dealing with a groin injury this week. A two-time All-Pro, Gardner totaled 2 passes defended and 2 combined tackles in the Jets' Week 1 loss to the Steelers. Bills DL Ed Oliver sidelined. Oliver will miss Buffalo's Week 2 matchup in NY due to an ankle injury he suffered in practice this week. Last week, Oliver totaled 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and 6 combined tackles in Buffalo's chaotic win at home over the Ravens. Packers receiver W.R. Jaden Reed out 6 to 8 weeks. Reed suffered a fractured collarbone in the first quarter of Green Bay's Week 2 win over Washington and will miss 6 to 8 weeks per NFL media. The third-year receiver totaled 55 receptions for 857 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2024 and had a 17-yard touchdown in Green Bay's Week 1 victory against Detroit. Raiders' Brock Bowers headlines growing list of injured TNs. Some of the NFL's top pass-catching tight ends might not play in Week 2 due to injuries. The most notable is Bowers, who hurt his knee in Week 1. Bowers reportedly missed practice on September 11th, but Las Vegas doesn't play until Monday night, so he has more time to get healthy. Philadelphia's Dallas Goedert has been ruled out after missing practice for the second straight day on September 11th as he deals with a knee injury. Denver's Evan Engram, who's dealing with a calf injury, should be good to go Sunday. Dolphins hold players-only meeting. Miami held a players-only meeting after its 33-8 loss to Indianapolis in Week 1. Players-only meetings tend to happen when a team is in a desperate spot, so it's interesting that the Dolphins' leaders called for this after just 1 week. The Dolphins went 8-9 last season and missed the playoffs. Chiefs' W.R. Xavier Worthy practicing. The second-year receiver took part in practice on September 11th. Worthy suffered a shoulder injury on the opening possession of the Kansas City's Week 1 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil. Last season, Worthy totaled 59 receptions for 638 yards and 6 touchdowns. Buccaneers stars Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs returning. Godwin, ankle, Wirfs, knee, could make their 2025 debut in Tampa Bay's Week 2 road matchup against Houston, per Fox Sports' Greg Oman. Godwin, who has 4 1,000-plus receiving yard seasons under his belt, was cleared to practice on September 11th, almost 11 months after suffering a season-ending ankle injury. Wirfs, a 2-time All-Pro, had knee surgery in July. 49ers QB Brock Purdy out multiple weeks. San Francisco's starting quarterback will miss 2 to 5 weeks with turf toe, NFL media reported. Purdy, a 2023 Pro Bowler, suffered toe and left shoulder injuries during San Francisco's Week 1 win on the road against Seattle. He totaled 277 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 92.2 passer rating while completing 74.3% of his passes. Backup Mac Jones will start in Purdy's place. Vikings LB Blake Cashman injured. Cashman will miss multiple weeks due to a hamstring injury, head coach Kevin O'Connell announced. Cashman, who totaled a career high in combined tackles, 112, and sacks, 4.5 last season, totaled 3 combined tackles in Minnesota's Week 1 road victory over Chicago. Jets cut returner Xavier Gipson. New York is reportedly releasing WR and kick punt returner Gipson. Gibson signed with the Jets as an undrafted free agent in 2023, serving as both a kick and punt returner ever since. In New York's Week 1 loss to Pittsburgh, he fumbled a kick return. Packers extend WR Christian Watson. Green Bay extended Watson, adding a year to his contract at $13.25 million. Watson is in the midst of recovering from an ACL tear that he sustained in Week 17 of the 2024 season. He's now under contract through the 2026 season. 49ers K. Jake Moody waived, TN George Kittle placed on IR. San Francisco is putting an end to the Moody experiment. The kicker will be waived after struggling in the team's Week 1 win against Seattle. NFL media reported. Moody risked 2 kicks in that game, donking a 27-yarder before getting his 36-yard field goal in the third quarter blocked. Moody eventually made a 32-yard field goal. Moody, whom the 49ers drafted in the third round of the 2023 NFL Draft, struggled in the 2024 season as well. He only made 10 of 20 field goals from beyond 40 yards last season, putting his job in jeopardy. Elsewhere, Kittle will be placed on injured reserve per ESPN and miss at least a few weeks due to a hamstring injury. Steelers add safety Jabril Peppers. Fresh off their Week 1 win over the Jets, the Steelers are adding some reinforcements. Peppers was surprisingly released by the New England Patriots in late August after 3 seasons with the team. He had 78 total tackles and 2 interceptions in 2023 before missing the majority of the 2024 season due to injury. Eagles add depth at running back with Tank Bigsby. Philadelphia is acquiring Bigsby from Jacksonville in exchange for a 2026 5th and 6th round picks per ESPN. Bigsby, 24, rushed for 766 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2024. He also averaged 32.5 yards per kick return. Bigsby joins a crowded running back room in Philadelphia, with All-Pro Saquon Barkley, A.J. Dillon, and second-year player Will Shipley. 49ers RT Colton McKivitz extended. The 49ers have already locked up an impending free agent in McKivitz, who agreed to a 3-year, $45 million extension that includes $27 million in guaranteed money. McKivitz said last week that he was hoping to reach a long-term deal to remain in San Francisco, and both sides were able to do it quickly. McKivitz had been playing under a 1-year, $7 million extension that he signed in March 2024, and now has a deal that ranks 14th best among right tackles in average annual value. McKivitz moved into a starting role after Mike McGlinchey left as a free agent before the 2023 season, and has been a consistent and durable player ever since. 49ers WR John Jennings undergoing MRI. Jennings will undergo an MRI on his shoulder on Monday per NBC Sports, and in what might be a related move have brought back WR Kendrick Byrne on a 1-year deal. Jennings exited Week 1's game, and while he was never officially ruled out for a return, he did not re-enter the contest. Top wide receiver Brandon Ayuk is still recovering from last season's torn ACL. Byrne played with the 49ers starting in 2017 and remained with them through the 2020 season. His career high in receiving yards came in 2021 with the Patriots when he put up 800 yards on 55 receptions, also a career best. While the severity of Jennings' injury remains unknown, he did have 77 receptions in 2024, with 975 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. With Ayuk out, his role is expected to be significant once more in 2025. Giants QB Russell Wilson remains Giants QB for Week 2. Despite just 168 yards passing without a touchdown in Week 1, head coach Daboll asserted that Wilson will remain the Giants' starting quarterback in Week 2, per Fox Sports' Ralph Vacciano. Wilson just threw 17 for 37, a 46% completion percentage against the Commanders in a 21-6 loss. While Daboll spoke mostly of watching back tape and his faith in Wilson in the long run, he stated that they have to do a better job all the way around. The story of who will be the Giants' QB exists at all due to the preseason performance of 2025 first-round pick Jackson Dart. Dart was made QB2 on the Giants' depth chart over veteran signal caller Jameis Winston before the season began.